So for those of you who don't know, Eleanor and I are running the River Aire Ultra Marathon, 48 miles from the centre of Leeds to Malham Tarn. We've decided to do some fundraising for it after friends and family have kind of said, "Aren't you fundraising?" So we have chosen to fundraise for the Miscarriage Association. It's a charity that Eleanor's done lots of fundraising for before, but we've both been through a miscarriage, and so it's a charity that means a lot to both of us.
Yeah, so last year I ran the virtual London Marathon and also a half marathon in my back garden here.
Oh yes,
I forgot the Miscarriage Association. So yeah, that was wonderful. Raised over £2,000 in the end for them. And yeah, they're just an absolutely fabulous charity and had loads of support as part of that team last year. So yeah, just really want to help them get some more funds, really.
Definitely. Yeah, it's been a hard year for charities.
It was 2014, after my first child. We got pregnant again and had some bleeding early on, so I went for a scan at what should have been about 9 weeks. Found out of that scan it was triplets, but that they probably weren't viable, so we had to go away for 10 days and then come back for a further scan, which was just agony, and then it was confirmed that it was a miscarriage. There was no heartbeats. And then all sorts, it was a long process, tablets, twice surgery, all sorts, 9 trips to the hospital in the end, I think it was. So months of, getting back to normal physically and emotionally. But yeah, it's just something that so many people go through, and that doesn't really make it easier when it happens to you, because it's just such a shock. Yeah.
Not many people talk about it,
no,
which I can't understand.
Yeah, it took me a while to talk about it, to be honest. It was, but that was probably why, because other people didn't. So it feels like a difficult conversation to have, obviously. But obviously, the more people speak about it, the more awareness there is. You don't feel so alone. The Miscarriage Association were amazing, though. I went on their website when it was happening. I emailed them. They were at the end of the phone. They were a great support to me. So. I'm wanting to help raise awareness and help them get some more funds to carry out their vital work.
My husband Ben passed away in 2015 from a brain tumour. Because he'd had lots of treatment, then we'd frozen sperm. So a year after he'd passed away, I decided I wanted to try and have a sibling for Poppy. So I went through IVF, got pregnant, that was amazing. I'd paid for a private scan at 12 weeks and everything looked great. So I'd told everyone, told family, and then I had my NHS scan, which I think was about 14 weeks. So that scan picked up an abnormality. So I went for a follow-up, and blood tests and the further detailed scan showed that the baby was not compatible with life. God, I hate that phrase. Actually, I was told that I could take the pregnancy through, but that the baby would be stillborn or die in its first year. So I made a really, really, really hard and awful decision to terminate the pregnancy, which was just horrific. Yeah, I don't even really know what detail to go into there, but that was obviously the one person I wanted with me was Ben, and he couldn't be with me, so I was on my own in hospital, and that was all a bit of a challenge, really. My mum came up and supported me looking after Poppy at home, and then I went into hospital pregnant and came back not pregnant, and it's just so weird that it's not seen as okay to talk about, because they're massive experiences and really, really, really hard. And both Eleanor and I already had children. It should be okay to talk about, but if you spoke to adults about it, they'd normally just smile and nod or say, "Poor you," and that doesn't really help. Actually being allowed to talk about it is what helps, and I think that's what the Miscarriage Association are great at, and providing support where you can actually talk about the experience or be connected to other people who have been through similar things. So I'm really grateful to have the wonderful Eleanor as a friend, because you gave me so much support through that time. And it is sad that it's because it was from your terrible experience that you knew what to say or how to be there. But the statistics for miscarriage are crazy. It's so common that it just stuns me that it's not something that people talk about more.
So anything that you can spare for the Miscarriage Association in honour of us doing our crazy 48 miles would be absolutely amazing. The sponsorship link is here. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It would mean a lot.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll put the link below, and yay. Absolutely no obligation. If anything, just normalise talking about miscarriages. And if you know anybody who's going through a miscarriage or even has had a miscarriage, because sometimes it's not till a long time afterwards that actually you experience it all again mentally, and you need to kind of debrief. And
any point in your life.
So yeah, just point people towards the Miscarriage Association and support us if you can.